Dear scholars, here is our next lesson, that is 2.3, a wall magazine for your class. Actually, this lesson is nothing but a project. What project? That is preparing wall magazine. Magazine is a small book which is published weekly, fortnightly, monthly, etc. So, how a wall magazine can be prepared? Its sample is given in this lesson. So, after watching this video, you have to simply make or prepare a wall magazine for your class. Let us start. What is the information given here? Students of 6th day bubbled with enthusiasm all the time. Here, bubbled means became happy, and enthusiasm, that is excitement. So simply a feeling of excitement, that is bubbled with enthusiasm all the time, be it sports, hobbies or studies. So though it may be about sports, hobbies or studies, the students of 6th they are always excited. This year they surprise the rest of the school by bringing out a wall magazine. The idea became so popular that soon there were unique wall magazines in almost every class in the school. This is what class 6 they did to plan and prepare their wall magazine. So before preparing a wall magazine, what things are necessary to be done? They all are given here through the example of one of the schools. Let us see what is that. So simply, whenever you are there to prepare a wall magazine, you have to go through these preparations. Let's read. First, the students and class teacher of 6th day brought several children's magazines and pages of children's section in periodicals. Simply, periodicals means some books. There might be newspapers which are published weekly, fortnightly, etc. So children's section periodicals and newspapers to the classroom. Why they brought? To get some idea about their magazine. They studied the contents to see what all was included in the magazine. So what can be added in the magazine of their class? Accordingly, they made preparations. There was a tremendous variety. Here tremendous means very much, lot of. There was lot of variety. What variety? Stories, poems, puzzles, riddles, craft ideas, informative articles, interesting tidbits of information, jokes, board games, book reviews, quizzes, study tips, health tips, even recipes. There were also columns about students' achievements, doubts and problems. So whatever words I underline here, they all were simply the ideas to be added in the wall magazines. So simply we can understand these many things can be added in a wall magazine. These columns were run with the help of teachers or parents. What is further? After studying all the material, a discussion was held in the class to choose sections for their own magazines. It was decided that, so see, 6th day, what 6th day decided? There would be at least 4 issues of magazine, 4 issues of their magazine. There would be a separate team for each issue. So for collecting material about each issue, they form a team. The team would have an editor. So whatever team would be, that team would have one editor, then one or two sub editors. What is editor? It is a person. Editor means a person that is in charge of newspaper or magazine. So as they are going to prepare a magazine, so simply editor and sub editors in charge of magazine. They edit, they make some corrections, or they add something in the material. Next, illustrators. Illustrators simply artists. Then writers, those who actually copied or typed the issues in beautiful letter. So whatever typed or written by writers, that is edited by editors and sub editors, and according to information, there are illustrators, artists, to draw the pictures or provide pictures according to that information. So simply what you have to do, you would have understood, you have to choose many things like this while preparing a magazine. Then you should have the persons like editor, sub editor, artists, writers, etc. in your group. Then further, anyone in the class could send the contributions to the issues. The editors would select the articles to be included and their decision would be final. So whatever editor would get from the class, that would be studied by the editors, and accordingly it would be decided whether to add it or not. Further, thus there would be 4 different teams to work on the 4 issues. Let us see further about it. The columns. What columns? Regular features in all 4 issues. The columns were planned with the help of the class teacher. Apart from the editorial teams, more groups were made to run columns like which columns? The columns of craft ideas, recipes, I need help, science corner, etc. It was the job of these groups to collect material for their respective columns. So on the page of that magazine there would be columns. So in this way, or you can simply make the columns in any designed manner. It is up to you. So here the students from 6th A, they made columns and they gave the titles to the columns like craft ideas, recipes, I need help, science corner, etc. And accordingly they start providing information in those columns. Further, with the teacher's help, a noticeable, or the place which is easily seen. Such a place was fixed to display the magazine in the classroom. What was the purpose? That is, whenever students would enter the class, they would simply notice the magazine. A long discussion was held to choose a good name for the magazine, and they decided then name. What is further? Are you tempted? Attracted to do something similar for your own class? So students, are you really eager to prepare a magazine for your class? What are you waiting for? Go ahead. So don't stop and just start working for making a wall magazine for your class. On the next pages, that is page number 30, then 31, 32 and 33, you will find some specimens from the wall magazine of 6th day. We are sure you can create even more interesting pages if you use your own ideas and talents. So here the information is just given what things can be added in the wall magazine and how different columns can be added with different information. So this is just preparation. Now on the next page, the a sample of wall magazine prepared by 6th day that is given. So let's go through each page in short. So whenever you will prepare your wall magazine, you have to make this much preparation. You have to choose some of the points from this, some of the ideas from this, and you have to prepare a wall magazine. First page of their wall magazine, see, the page is of jokes, or this is the column of jokes. It is page number 30 from your textbook. So here on this page, some of the jokes given. Let me read one. Teacher: Valley, why are you late? Valley: the train had a flat tire. Is it funny? So you can read all these jokes, and in this way some jokes can be added in your own wall magazine. Here is the another column, that is fun with words. Fun with words. Let us see what is it. Which bird can lift the heaviest weights? Answer: the crane, right? And here is the picture that the artist would draw. So in this way you can add fun with words. That is simply just like it is just a puzzle. Okay, further, second page of the wall magazine prepared by the students from 6th day. This is sample. You can change your topic. Science corner. So what is the scientific fact mentioned here that we have to see? Question is raised. Why do water tin sheets become hot in the sun but not a tree? In the sun, that is in the sunlight, water becomes hot, tin sheets become hot, but the tree doesn't. Why it is so? Its explanation is given. Scientific explanation, scientific reason is provided here. And here are the pictures. The pictures are of that one house, then water, then sun, and the tree. So you can simply raise a question like this, and its explanation, scientific reason, you have to mention below it. Next page. I am confused. Please help. So this is the section of I need. So here on this page, one problem of the girl that is given here, and below that problem, below that question, there is explanation, there is advice or answers from senior friend. Now let us read that question. My best friend is ignoring me this year. I feel angry and unhappy about it, but I still think of her as my best friend. Why is she doing, now what is the main question? Why is she doing this to me? I am confused. Please help. So whatever question given here, that is simply happen with everyone, right? So that the question is given here, and the advice from the senior friends is provided here. Why? Because senior friends also have experienced the same, and so they can simply answer. So here is that answer. Then here is the last page of wall magazine prepared by students from 6th day. It is the column of rhyme and rhythm. Rhyme and rhythm, that is simply of many of the poems. So many of the poems can be added to this page just like given here. The title of the poem is The Little Rose Tree. Here below is the poem, name of the poet and one of the pictures related to the poem. Below it, here is lyric. Lyric, simply it is a type of poem. You can see here the poem is of 8 lines. It is given here. Okay, and according to poem, here are the pictures, that is of flying horse, housefly, etc. Next, some other information, and the next poem, that is one bright day, a hand clapping rhyme. So simply, how can one play? Just simply clapping. Such a simple poem is given, and simple and interesting poem is given here. So this is all about the lesson A Wall Magazine. So what we learn, let us just revise in short. The first page of the lesson, that is page number 29. So just information is given about preparation, and then page number 30, sample of one section from the magazine, that is of jokes. Next is of science corner. Next page is of I need help. Next page is of rhyme and rhythm. So here 4 pages or 4 columns are given. You can think of these 4, or you can increase more out of these all ideas. Out of these all ideas, you can add many of the things in the wall magazine. So you have to prepare a wall magazine. So you can simply take one sheet of paper, then you have to make some columns on it. You have to make parts of that page using sketch pen, pencils, etc. And then you have to give titles like this. You can choose any 4 or 5 out of this, and below each title you have to provide information accordingly. For example, you are choosing stories, so you have to you have to add 2 short stories under this title. So stories can be in a handwritten form, or you can simply paste some cuttings. Then poems, then puzzles, riddles, craft work, etc. you can add in your wall magazine. So I hope you might have understood what actually you have to do. So once again, I would like to suggest you all, choose many of the ideas and prepare your wall magazine. So this is all about the lesson A Wall Magazine for your class, and you can simply observe on page number 34. The next lesson is starting. It means there is no exercise based on this lesson. So simply prepare a wall magazine as a project.